everyone. March is a special month as we celebrate Women's Month, a time to honor the achievement, resilience, and leadership of women across industries. At Dubai Tech Talks, we are dedicating this month to powerful women leaders who are breaking barriers, driving innovation, and uplifting others. Through their stories, we aim to inspire, empower, and create more opportunities for women in technology, entrepreneurship, and beyond. Today, we are excited to have with us an inspiring entrepreneur and change maker, Sankari Sudhar. As a founder of Overqualified Housewife, Shankari is on a mission to help women achieving financial independence by providing freelancing opportunity that empowers them to work from home. With a background of IT and nearly a decade of industrial experience, she identified a gap where businesses struggle to trust freelancers and skilled women lacked consistent work opportunities. Through her platform, she is not only bridging this gap but also creating a support system for women to thrive professionally. Her journey has been widely recognized in leading publications, and her impact continues to grow as she uplifts the supports women in their career path. Today, we have dived into her entrepreneurial story, the challenges she tackled, and her vision for the future of women in freelancing. Shankari, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Sridevi, for having me here on the special day.
Yeah. So for this Women's Month, we are celebrating women who uplift others. What inspired you to start Overqualified Housewife, and how has your journey from IT to entrepreneurship helped refine financial independence for women?
Okay. So right from my childhood, like anybody else, particularly coming from India, the main thing was education. So if we study well, if we get good grades, then our life is set. That was the mantra given by my parents. So, I was studying well, I got good grades. So I got, into a very big university, Anna University. I did my computer science engineering from Madras Institute of Technology. After that, I got campus placement. I was working in Infosys and then Verizon, and I have 8 years of experience. I thought that the curve is going to be like this. There is no stopping, or there is no challenges coming ahead. But then during COVID, before COVID, the timing was like 10 hours, 9 to 10 hours was the working time. But after COVID, it became 12 to 13 hours.
Exactly.
So that's when I became a mother with a very small baby in hand with no proper support system at home. I found it very difficult to manage my personal and professional lives. So I thought, okay, I can deal with only one thing at this point of time. So, let me become a housewife or let me become a homemaker so that at least I can focus on my son and my family because he's very small. After becoming a full-time homemaker, I understood that it's not easy. I thought this choice is much easier than handling both the spheres. But then it was very difficult, and I became an overqualified housewife, and it is not easy to be an overqualified housewife. Whatever I have learned so far and whatever ambitions I had so far, it was coming again and again in my head, and it was not allowing me to be like, okay, you can wait for some time, right? But then I thought that, okay, why not I be a mother? I can be a mother, I can be at home, but at the same time I can do something where I can use my skill and then become financially independent again. But when I was looking for such opportunities, interestingly, I found that there were so many data entry or insurance selling, reselling kind of things for women, whereas some solid, reliable platforms, right? It was very tough to get freelancing work. We have to compete with many people who already have experience, who have solid skills, right? Though I worked in IT, though I studied well, I couldn't highlight a particular skill and do it alone, do everything alone as a freelancer. I was not having 100% things needed, and I was not able to find reliable opportunities, and I found that competition was high. So that's when I thought, okay, why not get into entrepreneurship? And I saw a lot of women who are just like me, and I read in Business Standard that India is the country with the highest number of overqualified housewives in the world. So that is the problem. Until then, I was part of a problem, the same problem. And then I decided to take that as my problem statement and be a part of the solution. And that's how I became an entrepreneur. And yeah, so the experience, how it has helped me, of course.
Sorry to disturb you in
I
between, but
yeah.
this is where I feel like jumping out of the chair and give a clap to you, because the problem which you faced, you found a solution, and also you are trying to bring solutions for the other women in a similar way. So that is hats off to you, and yeah, please continue.
Thank you, Sridevi. That is so true. Though I worked in IT, as I mentioned, I was a part of a very big wheel, right? I couldn't, that time I was not so worried about taking ownership. My manager always say that, hey, you have to take ownership, ownership. That word, they use it a lot. But when we are part of a big team, probably we may be taking a little bit ownership, but when it comes to entrepreneurship, we have to do everything, right? We have to be the janitor, we have to be the admin, we have to be the salesperson. I am the CEO, founder, everything. So it was completely a different learning curve. And as a career restarter, right, who is trying to help other career restarters, so I had to make myself strong, else I cannot help others. So that I understood. And I of course IT has helped me a lot, because that gave me like how to talk to people and how to inculcate technology and the importance of technology. And right from the day one, we know that the whatever we are building, it has to be scalable, and scalability can be achieved only through technology, right? So that's how we are trying to grow, and that's how we are transforming.
Amazing, amazing work, and God give you all the power to continue more and provide more support system for other women. Many women are struggling to restart their career after a break. How does overqualified housewife bridge this gap and create real sustainable opportunities for women who want to work from home?
Okay. So, overqualified housewives, when we started, we thought that we need more remote work opportunities. As we are not having a lot of remote working opportunities, that's why many women, many graduate women, though they have studied well, though they have worked in good companies, have a lot of experience, they are at home finding it hard to restart because of lack of flexible work opportunities. We thought that's the problem statement, and that's what we have to solve. But once we got into the field, once we got into the market and started understanding what is actually happening, we understood something else as well. It is not just it is not just opportunity gap, it is also skill gap. Once we are out of the market for even if it is 2 to 3 years, market will be somewhere. The industry will be moving like anything, but whereas we'll be somewhere else. So without upskilling ourselves, without reskilling ourselves, both skill wise and also mindset wise, we will not be able to compete. Many women found it very hard. So what we thought was, okay, so if we have to solve this problem and if we have to create true impact, we have to handle all, both these things. We have to help them with upskilling, and also we have to help them with opportunities. So right from the beginning, that's what we thought, and that's how we are going ahead. So we are conducting skill development programs for our women every week. We are conducting a program. We are inviting subject matter experts in different fields, help them to understand what is happening in that particular industry, how they can get their skills in that industry, how they can work on their mindset, and how they have to approach the second innings. We are teaching them through consistently through our upskilling programs, And when it comes to opportunities, we make sure that it is reliable. We make sure that they are not underpaid. We make sure that they'll be comfortable. And also we make sure that for companies, they get solid committed resources. Because by the end of the day, that's what companies are looking for. We have to show them that, hey, you are looking for a committed person. You are looking for somebody who can do really well, who can understand your vision and take it forward. Here, there is a huge pool of talent sitting for opportunities, and they are committed. You just need to go ahead and do a little bit of work, probably, to help them to understand what is happening now. But once we do that, they're absolutely committed and they have something which is very important, that is burning desire. They want to prove. Correct. So if companies can come out of that unconscious bias, many a times we might feel, right? So how are they going to adapt? How are they going to, let me take a fresher rather than a career restarter. So that kind of a mindset is still there. But the answer is they have something which is burning desire, which cannot be replaced at all, and that can propel them, not just these women but also the companies with which they are associated. If companies can see that, and if we can create more examples, more women examples who are proving this, then we can more and more women will come forward and more women will stand as an example.
Excellent. Actually, I can agree to this because I am also one of the example for this. I had a 9-year career break, and when I was restarting, I faced all these issues. Like they are ready to take a fresher than a restarter, and also they were trying to underpay, and all these difficulties even I do faced, and it was little tough for me to cope up myself, to upgrade myself, to get learnings and then participate with other people's events, meetups, conferences. And so it was a tough journey for me, upskilling myself and then entering. But you are doing an amazing work for people who are, and also I also believe that women have mostly have 2 to 3 degrees and they are at home. So we want really, if we are given a supporting hand, I think they can shine in their career and also they can be self-independent,
Yes.
financially. Yeah. And can you share a defining moment in your career when other women's support made a significant difference in you? How has that experience influenced the way you empower others?
Okay. So right from my childhood, my mother, she didn't study a lot. So she has done only her primary education. But I have always seen her having her own money. She was stitching clothes. She was doing something or the other, sitting at home. She always have money. And she says that, when you grow up, you have to study well because education is very important. But at the same time, you have to have your own money. That's when you will get that, you will feel good when you have your own money and you can help. As I have my money, when Appa is in trouble, though I didn't study, I'm able to help him. And you have to build a family wherein you help each other. So that was the thought process of my mother. But yeah, of course, after I became a mother, and the moment I decided to restart, when my son was just 15 months old, my mother didn't support, or didn't say yes immediately. She said that, probably it's too early for you. You have to wait. You wait until your son goes to first standard. That is until he turns 6. What so, why this hurry? Why you have to do something like this when he's very small, right? And then once she was trying to convince me that I have to wait. But the moment went ahead and did what I believed that I had to do, and the moment she saw the fire and why I want to do this, she started supporting me. So she's one woman who has, and now she's my biggest supporter. Okay, so at times in our home, the same thing happens. When we want to restart, when we want to do something of our own, not all will immediately say, hey, fantastic, you are going to do wonders. No, people will not say that because they have seen you as a homemaker, or they have seen you in doing some kind of responsibilities for this time, for a while. And the first question will be, why now? Why you want to do now? Why can't you wait? Or what so, why it is very important for you? That will be the question asked even by our parents or our spouse or our relatives. But the moment they see you do it, the moment they see you commit to the thing which you have taken up, they will start supporting. So all we need is that one person who supports us. And that person, you asked for a woman, but I have to say that that's a man for me. The first person who supported me and who is still supporting me with all his being is my husband. So, and then because of his support, I was able to understand my power. And, and then people started supporting me. My mother supports a lot. My mother in law is also a very big supporter of mine. So she says, hey, you have to be financially independent because she has always been financially independent. She was a teacher. So, she says that you have to have your money. Amma, I'm going here. I am going for this speaking engagement. I'll be out for 3 days. You have to take care of my son. If I go and ask her, she immediately says, okay, send him. I'll take care of him. You go, you do well. Don't worry about what is happening here. Even if he cried, he's not going to remember that. You're there for him when he needs you. So don't worry, don't feel guilty, don't feel scared or nothing. Go ahead and do and give your best. That has to be in your mind. Don't worry about him. I will take care. So these are her words, and that's how she supports. So I think that what we need is a supportive ecosystem where our family has to be the number one support. Then comes the community, and then comes companies, and then comes the government, right? So if we are having a woman who has some dreams, and if it can be our sister, it can be our sister-in-law, if we are coming across somebody like that, I think that we have to go ahead and help her in whatever way possible. It can be a simple, hey, you're doing a good job. That's also enough. That is also enough, right? So we need not go and guide her in anything, but simply being and helping in whatever way possible. I think that's what I'm doing. Because of this support, I'm like, okay, I have to be a support to many more women. And probably they may not have that kind of a person in their family at this point of time. Let us be that person, let my team be that kind of a people for them until they find that support, right? So that's what we believe in.
Wonderful. Even for me, the person behind me was my husband who supported me in the beginning, and then others followed. So, hats off to people who support us. And also, I believe that the first step has to be taken by ourselves. The woman has to take the first step, and then others will really support you. So, that is what even I understand. So,
Actually.
woman empowerment is at the core of your work. What are some key challenges you have seen women face in the workforce, and what mindset shifts or strategies do you think can help them break this barriers? I think this is a very difficult question, but I have to ask.
Yeah. So after working with thousands of women, what I have seen is whatever I thought that that's how the entire system works is completely different person to person. So I may feel that okay, these are my difficulties, and these difficulties are the same kind of difficulties faced by another woman. No, it differs person to person. But the I have seen three important things, three mindset which is holding us back. The first is good girl syndrome. I always say this. We want to be good girl. We want to be a good girl. We don't want to be seen as somebody who is going against the words of their elders, or we are so scared of people judging us. This is holding us back. The moment I decided to restart, many people were not happy, but that's okay. I thought that, okay, if you are going to be unhappy, that's okay. I can be true. I want to be true to myself. And if that's a problem, let it be. I let me be that bad girl. Okay, it's okay. And people can judge whatever they want to, and that actually don't define us, or it's not going to affect us in any way. So we just have to do what is truly important and what truly matters to us without thinking a lot about others' judgmental voice and anything. And this is the first thing, good girl syndrome, which many of us have. Second is trying to be perfect all the time. Until something is 100% ready, we don't act at all. I read a study, it is by LinkedIn, and in that, they have mentioned that for a particular job, when a man is 60% ready, he applies. But a woman is applying only when she is 100% ready. A man is ready to study and learn things on the go. He thinks that, okay, let me first start, let me try, and then I'll learn through, when I'm doing the job. But us, though we know things, we just wait. We think that if I go and do things now, probably it will not go well. Probably I'll make a mistake. Probably people might think something. That's the thing which is holding us back. We should not try to be perfect at all. That's what I think. I strongly think, and this is something which is holding us back. It's okay if it is messy. If it's okay if our house is messy at some point of time in a day, right? We cannot be perfect. A perfect mother, a perfect daughter-in-law, a perfect daughter, a
I think
perfect employee.
lot of women have this OCD problem. I do agree. Even I have it.
We want to be perfect and we want to do everything 100%. And when one thing goes wrong, right, that is going, and when we take it to our heart, then that will affect the other things as well. So I believe that at times I may not be the perfect daughter. At least 80% I will try, to be a perfect daughter. But we cannot be perfect in anything and everything we do. And when we stop ourselves and take try to stop ourselves to take action just because we want to be perfect, until it is ready, we will never take action. I have seen this with thousands of women. They don't act at all. They just wait for that perfect moment. And the third thing is it is an invisible work which many women are doing. They try to do everything. They cook, they clean, they take care of their children, then they work. It's like burning the candles from both the ends. They think that only when they do that, or their family expects them to do everything, right? So because of that invisible work, along with the kind of work we are doing, it is taking a huge toll. That's what is keeping us overwhelmed all the time. I have seen many women saying that, hey, I'm always overwhelmed. I'm overthinking. I find it hard. I'm not able to follow through on something. It is because we are loading a lot. It's okay to delegate. It's okay to take help. It's okay to ask for help when that is needed. Correct? So, everything and anything, cooking, cleaning, yes, that's important. But it's not that you have to be the one who has to do all the time. Whatever, we have to identify the high impact task in our life and give time for those high impact tasks. If we try to give time to anything and everything, then, we will not progress at all. There will not be any progress in our life, even though we work hard, even though we feel like we are very busy. So delegation is something which many of us have to learn. And it can be delegating it to an external help, probably a maid or anybody. And it can be delegating the work to our spouses or to our parents or whomever it is. It's okay to ask for help. And if we can do these three things, right, I think most of our problems will be gone and we'll be like ready to handle the world.
I agree very much. I like that word. So what is that? Good girl syndrome. First time I'm
Yeah.
hearing, and when we think, yeah, of course, we are doing that. No, we want to be good to everyone, and we sacrifice ourselves, and we say, okay, it's okay, we need not do this, and we think, yeah, this is right. No, we judge ourselves, and we feel, yeah, that is right. So that is also a problem for women. So thank you for spending your time and talking about this, and also you're doing excellent work. And our support is always there for you, and we can work together and we can support a lot of women and empower them. Thank you very much for your time. See you next time.
Thank you, Sridevi.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Dubai Tech Talks Entrepreneur Series. We hope you found inspiration and valuable insights from today's conversation. Don't forget to share this podcast with your network and follow us for more stories of innovation, determination, and success. Until next time, keep dreaming big and stay inspired.